Welcome to another installment of Wgs-Tv right here on Blog TV and YouTube. I am your official wrestling gamer, Double B Billy Woodrow. How's everybody doing today? Today is October 8th, 2010. Well, we had a nice crowd here for TNA Impact. But before we do that, and Ashley on Skype as I'm talking, get Mick on. Anyway, before we go any further, I'd like to make a special announcement for our good friend, a member of the WGS team, Nathan. His son's birthday is today, so to Nathan's son from the WGS team, we'd like to wish you a happy birthday. Now, last night with TNA Impact, we had I think a pretty good sized crowd. But before Impact took place last night, we were on, excuse me as I sit back, we were on Blog Talk Radio. And we did our makeup show for the weekend review. And believe it or not, we actually had 24 live listeners last night, which tells me that you guys out there who are watching my videos, whether they're here on Blog TV or on YouTube, that the word is getting out to you guys out there and you are actually coming to the shows. So for those of you who watch the videos and you come to the radio shows, thank you. I appreciate it very much. It means a lot to me that the word is not only getting out there, but you guys are actually coming into our shows and enjoying our programs. Now, again, TNA Impact was last night. We had a pretty good sized crowd. Now we switched to insightful commentary rather than play-by-play commentary, and I still think the show went well. The show went well. We did have one little problem here. I'm not going to name names or what show they did, but apparently the overzealous fans or listeners on this certain particular radio program decided to take it upon themselves to come into the chat room during the TNA broadcast last night here on Blog TV and decided to continually spam the chat room for their show. Now, I've emailed the people of this program, and I have stated to them, I don't have a problem with you or your show. What I have a problem with is your overzealous fans coming into my broadcast, interrupting my show, showing no respect to my page, my WGS team, or the people in my chat room, and continually spamming your show's link and what you got going on your show in my chat room. Now, if your fans would have had the common decency to ask permission first before spamming my chat room, I wouldn't have had a problem with it. I'm a nice guy. Everybody knows I'm a nice guy. You know, you guys ask permission. Hey, can I put up a link to my show, or can I put up a YouTube link, or can I put up a link to a radio program that I like very much? And of course, I'm going to say yes. That's the kind of guy I am, because you asked permission first. But if you come into my Blog TV chat room showing no respect to me, my team, or my people in the chat room, and then I will not have any respect for you. Okay? Because that shows what kind of person you are. That you don't want to ask permission from me or my WGS team if you can put up a link to your show in my chat room. That you completely disregard what we're doing during my broadcast to spam my chat room for your show. Okay? So that goes out to anybody else out there. If you got the guts, if you think you can actually come into my chat room and spam your show without my permission, and guess what? Nathan, Ashley, Koga, Christy, and all of my ops will have their nice, red, shiny, anti-troll kicking boots on, especially tonight for Friday Night SmackDown. And I'm pretty sure they would love to kick you guys right in your ass. Okay? If you guys have absolutely no respect for me, my show, my team, or the people who come into my show to watch my show and watch my broadcast, don't you dare, I mean it right now, don't you dare come into my chat room and think you can get away with spamming your show during my broadcast. All right? Now that I've gotten that out of the way, now what we got going on tonight? We have Friday Night SmackDown, Again, we're doing insightful light commentary, like we did last night for TNA Impact. And it was a really good show. I mean, TNA Impact, really good show. And again, for the third week in a row, the show actually went over onto TNA Reaction, and we said it last night on Wrestle Talk. We can review. I think the sole purpose of doing that is to drive more people into TNA Reaction and to get more ratings into TNA Reaction. So I think that's the whole purpose of doing that. But we got Friday Night SmackDown. Now I hope it wasn't tonight's Friday Night SmackDown will not be a debauchery like Monday Night Raw was. Monday Night Raw, I said it last night on Blog Talk Radio, was horrible. It was horrible. I mean, even though the ratings were up, I'd like to know why the ratings were up for such a horrible episode of Monday Night Raw. Now, with us doing insightful commentary, I am hoping that Michael Cole does not rear his ugly face on Friday Night SmackDown, but there's probably a good chance he will. So, to counteract that, we're still going to do insightful commentary, but I know people, for some reason, why I'm using the Turtle Beach headset, can't hear the TV real well on the speaker. We're going to use the Turtle Beach headset tonight, just to make sure that you guys don't have to hear Michael Cole that well. So, a little update on the poll. We're actually getting a lot more votes in the poll. A lot of you guys out there are actually coming in here and actually casting your votes for the poll we got going on for, again, past or present, best wrestling entrance. And let me give you guys a quick update on the poll here, in case you're watching this on YouTube. In first place right now, we have a current total of 20 votes so far. We have Shawn Michaels in the lead with 30% of the vote. We have a tie for second place with 20% of the vote each, Undertaker and Stone Cold Steve Austin. And there we have a three-way tie for third place. It's Sting, Ric Flair, and Goldberg, all with 10% of the vote each. So be sure that you guys get in here to blogtv.com/people/AAWBB and cast your vote for past to present best wrestling entrance. And the poll will close next Wednesday for the next podcast. Now, as far as the next podcast goes, tomorrow night we have Gamer Talk. Now, I know it's probably going to still say Game Talk on Blog Talk Radio, but it's Gamer Talk. I haven't had a chance to change it yet. But we're going to have... It's going to be interesting. I am still working on reviews. I need to get them done, though. Reviews of Dante's Inferno and Bioshock 1. I need to get those reviews done and get them on the website so you guys can not only read them, but I can actually do them on Gamer Talk. Rules apply to everybody, including me. Anyway, Ashley had a great review. I just want to say it right now, guys. On Blog Talk Radio last night, Ashley had a great review of Hell in a Cell, and everybody gave some great opinions about it. Again, like I said in my Hell in a Cell reactions video on YouTube, by the way, if you guys watching this, youtube.com/WrestleGamer, and again, blogtv.com/people/AAWBB. Again, getting the links out there. I didn't have a problem with the matches. What I had a problem with was the match structure. And I think everybody shared last night on Blog Talk Radio shared the very same sentiment that I had, that they had a huge problem with the match structure from Hell in a Cell. It could have been so much better if they would have structured the pay-per-view and structured the lineup better than the way they did, but they chose not to. Okay, now, tonight, again, we're bringing back our weekly show. So that means after Friday Night SmackDown tonight, it's Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Now, I think we might want to do things a little differently tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to try for teams. And what I mean is, we're going to try to get the WGS team on Skype versus you guys in the chat room. And let's see which team is actually smarter than a fifth grader. So, interesting tonight. You guys out there on Blog TV will get a chance to take on the WGS Skype team on Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Now, another thing I'd like to address is the possible return of the, quote, Studley Band here. Apparently, the Ashley made the announcement on Blog Talk Radio last night, and then for somewhat reason, again, we had 24 live listeners, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to that. Listen again. We had more live listeners last night on Blog Talk Radio than we had for the interview with the Rocket, Nick Bondage, Christian Blake, Cody Hawkins, and Trucker Jones. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? We actually had more live listeners just for the weekend review than we did for the interview with the Rocket. Now, on the archive, last time I checked, on the archive, the interview show we had with the Rocket, we had, but then again, it was last night. It's been listened to on the archive, well, again, last night, 24 times. 24 times already in 24 hours, and that means that episode is really doing good, to be, in my opinion. That episode is doing real well. But again, the show is always available on blogtalkradio.com/WGS Radio on the archive for you to listen to. Also, in case you guys didn't know yet, the show is also available on iTunes for download. Just go on iTunes and look up WGS Radio. You can download the show like that. You can actually listen to our show that way. Also on Zoom. It's also on Zoom. Now, again, tonight after Friday Night SmackDown, I'm gonna try to set it up. Again, it's not etched in stone, but what I would like to do on Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader teams, WGS team against you guys in the Blog TV chat room. So hopefully, if we can get that set up, we can do that, the little team match, and then we'll go into 4 separate people, whether it be anybody on the WGS team or you guys in the chat room on Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader. Now, I have to say, we did this last week. We did this last week after Friday Night SmackDown, and I believe it went over really well. I really did. I really thought it went over really well. Believe it or not, we actually were getting almost a ton of viewers on Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? So we're going to do it again. Again, interactive game tonight after Friday Night SmackDown. Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Again, I'm going to try to set it up. WGS team versus you guys in the Blog TV chat room. Then after that, we'll play a couple of more games with any 4 guys in the chat room who want to play. So, be that as it may, again, we're getting... I want to say this right now, since we have a little bit of time left. The videos, not only on YouTube, but the videos on Blog TV have been getting a ton of views. And I think, again, that's pretty much what's contributing to the newly found success. I don't know if I want to call it success. Maybe the attention, the people coming into the radio show is what I want to say. To the people coming into the programs on Blog Talk Radio is the fact that the videos are actually getting viewed so many times, not only on YouTube, but on Blog TV as well. So hopefully these videos are finally doing their job and doing what we're supposed to do and getting the word out on what we're doing. So tonight, be sure you tune in on Friday Night SmackDown. You're going to hear me and the WGS team giving our thoughts on the way Friday Night SmackDown is going, and plus, if Michael Cole is really there, I'll be using the Turtle Beach headset so you don't have to worry about hearing the TV too well. And then after Friday Night SmackDown, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Again, I'm going to try to set it up. WGS team versus you guys in the Blog TV chat room, and then we'll have a couple of more games of Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Now, last thing I want to leave you with today is what Ashley has found out for me about over an hour or 2 ago, is that Friday Night SmackDown is coming to Lafayette, Louisiana. It hasn't been broadcast yet, but Ashley did find out this information for me, is that Friday Night SmackDown is coming to Lafayette, Louisiana in the Cajun Dome. And when tickets go on sale, you know yours truly is getting a ticket. So when I go on that night on the taping, which is going to be on a Tuesday, by the way, when I go to the taping of SmackDown, I will have my iPhone with me, and I will post various videos, various short videos of me at the event for SmackDown at the Cajun Dome, and they will be up on YouTube, so you guys can check them out and pretty much just see what kind of experience I'm having at the Cajun Dome for SmackDown. Well, that's going to conclude WGS-TV for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Or, let me change that. I'll see you guys later tonight for Friday Night SmackDown and Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? And I'll see you guys tomorrow for WGS-TV right here on Blog TV and YouTube. I am your official WrestleGamer, Double B, Billy Boudreaux. Have a good day, everybody.